Hello everyone. In this video, will I will demonstrate how to create queries using MS Access database. So we'll continue from where we left off in my last lecture video. So we have created a database and we have these two tables, product table and supplier table. Okay. So we created this table last time and now we have to go ahead and create queries. So if you read the case here, it asks you to prepare a report. So it's asking us to create a report. Now, it's always better to create a query first in MS Access database and then create a report based off that query. So this is what we are going to do here. So first we are going to create a query and then we'll create the report based off that query. So this is the first query we are going to create that will list 5 most expensive bikes. The report should list the bicycles in descending order from most expensive to less expensive, the quantity on hand, and the markup percentage for each. So let's go ahead and do that. So I will close these two tables and let's go ahead and create query from the design view. Okay. And here we need to add product table and we are supposed to list quantity on hand as well and percent markup language, right? So we need, let's say, product name, number, category, and name, and we need selling price, okay, and quantity on hand. These are the information that was needed to fetch, okay. So if you want to run the query as is, there is a run button here, okay. So if you run the query, you'll see the results here, okay. So we want to go back to home design view here and let's see. So if you want to add purchase cost as well, you can just drag this one and put it here, okay, or you can drop down as well. So there are many ways to create the query, okay. Now first let's say the descending order, okay. So we'll do the descending order by selling price. So here, if you right now, if you run the query, this is not in descending order. Okay, we want to list the most expensive bikes here. Okay, so we'll go back to the design view here and we'll say descending, and we only want to list top 5. So we are going to say 5 here, return 5. You can type anything you want. You can type 6 as well and run it. That'll give you the 6 most expensive bike, but we want only 5 here. So let's make it 5 and run this one. Okay. So these are the 5 most expensive bike you get here. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to add percentage markup. Okay. So we'll go back to the design view here. For that, we have to create a calculated field. Right click here and build here. Let's say percentage markup, and then you have to put a colon there, and then you need to specify the field names. The best thing you can do is you can type it in, but make sure you don't do the spelling mistake. Otherwise, this will not work. Okay. So let's say my selling price you can also use this one here. So let's say minus, let's say tables, product table. Let's say I want purchase cost, so I can do that as well. Okay, now since we are using only one table, we don't need to use this qualifier here. This qualifier that you see here is when you're fetching data from multiple tables. Okay, so let's divide this one by purchasing cost again. Okay, you can leave that one in, it's not going to create any problem, but for the simplicity's sake I want to delete that. Say okay here, and if you run this one, so this is your markup percentage. Okay, and then what we are going to do is go to the design view here. Make sure you click here percentage and property sheet, or you can right click here, go to properties, and here format, we want it to be percentage, and let's do it 2 decimal places. Okay, and that should do the trick. So these are my 5 most expensive bikes here. Okay, let's save this one. 5 most expensive bikes. Okay, so you see a tab here, 5 most expensive bike here. Okay, so it groups the objects by a particular type. So here tables are grouped by tables, queries will be grouped under queries tab. Okay, so this is the first one. Let's go ahead and do the second one. So we need to create a query for each supplier that will list each supplier, each products, quantities on hand, and associated reorder point, reorder labels. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go to the database here. Let's close this one. Create query from the design view. So we need 2 tables this time, supplier table and product table, because we'll be fetching data from 2 tables. And we need supplier number, double click on it. You can drag it here as well, company name. And we can also choose from here. It's not quite visible, but just to tell you, product number. Okay, and then let's say product name, and then we'll do quantity on hand and reorder label. Okay, so run this one. This query was simple enough. Okay, right, so this is what this query is supposed to do. I hope this is making sense to you. Okay, so we'll save this one as supplier and product info. Okay, and was there anything else we are supposed to do here? It should sort alphabetically by supplier, and for each supplier the product should be sorted alphabetically. So we can go back to here and let's sort this one by ascending order, and within that one we can do this one ascending order. Okay, so let's see that. So see bicycle choice, they're all in ascending order. Okay, and within that one you see these are in ascending order also, right? Okay, or you can do the product number, whatever you want, but this is just to tell you how you can do multiple sorting. So if you don't want that thing not sorted, you can do it here and run it, so it will do it by, you know, uh, product number. Okay, but our product number not going to make much of a sense because it's a text data type field, so it's not doing it this way. If you define it as a number, then probably you'll see proper sorting here. So I'll just go back and not do by product number because we define it as a text data type, but we'll do it product name, and that will make more sense to us. Okay, so we are going to save this one. Okay, now let's create the third query. Let's go to the next page. Prepare a report listing only the bicycles that are low in stock and need to be reordered. The report should provide supply information for the items identified. So basically it's the same query we are going to create again. Let's say, where is my, did I close the file? Okay, let's open it again. Create query design view, supplier table and product table. Okay, let's see. Okay, what are we supposed to get here? This is supplier number, company name. Okay, let's say product number, product name. Okay, and then we need quantity on hand, reorder number. Okay, so let's read the again, low in stock. Okay, so we will create a field here. Again, right click here, build, say low in stock colon, and then we can do our tables here, quantity on hand. Okay, make sure you delete this expression here. Okay, sometimes access will put it there and your query will not work. Minus reorder label. Okay, and that should be good enough. Let's run this one. Okay, so it tells you the low in stock value. If it is negative, that means they are low in stock. Okay, if they're positive, that means we still have some in stock. So we'll go back here and put a condition criteria to say less than 0 or less than 0. And if you run this one, so it will only fetch those bikes which are low in stock. Does it make sense? And you don't need to fetch this particular calculated field, so you can hide that one if you want by deselecting it and running it again. So this is what you get. So let's save this one as low in stock. Okay, so this is how you would create the queries. So I will stop my lecture video here, but in the next video we'll see how we can create a report based on these queries that we have just created. Thank you very much for watching.